Hello, my name is Lauren Schill, and I'm going to talk to you about climate change and whether or not it is a fact or a fiction. We don't exactly know, so let's see from the information that I have gathered. What is climate change? Climate change is a change in the average conditions such as temperatures and rainfall in a region over a long period of time, which are long-term changes over the entire Earth. Well, when you think of that, you think of just a casual change in temperature. Well, I live in North Carolina, so obviously the temperature isn't exactly like from one thing to another by the seasons. So like a lot of places in the summertime it's really hot, in the spring it's kind of cool, a little bit hot. It just depends. And then in the winter time it's just really cold. So it's like really hard to tell here in North Carolina, but in some states it is not. What can climate change cause? It can obviously cause a change in the temperature, which we discussed, which is like, obviously, say you go from like 60 degrees to like 90, it's a big change there. Global warming, drought and insect outbreaks, increase in wildfires, which we have very well experienced in the year of 2020, which is very sad sometimes because animals lose their habitat area and where they grew up, and they have to run, which is sad. Declining water supplies, health impacts due to heat. When you say health impacts due to heat, it can mean like a stroke. If someone gets so hot, they end up having a heat stroke and end up in the hospital, which then causes them to have medical bills, which is crazy. Flooding and erosion. What are we doing about climate change? Us humans are increasing renewable energy generation and also encouraging efficient energy use. When consuming less power, it reduces the amount of toxic fumes released by power plants and conserving Earth's natural resources and protect ecosystems from the destruction. Well, there you go. Toxic fumes being released into the air, which is not just from energy. Us humans do that daily when we drive our cars around. Say you're getting ready and you put, say, hairspray and stuff in your hair and you go outside. It gets outside into the air. And there's just many different things. Like, say you're using Clorox, bleach or something outside. You get that all into the air. Many different fumes are just being released into the air all the times by us humans. What do scientists think? It is not yet said that climate change is in fact happening. They believe that it is happening due to the differences in temperature from time to time, but it is not said for a fact. They also believe that a big cause in climate change is the greenhouse gases and the toxic fumes and gases us humans release into the air. There we said it again, the toxic fumes and gases. It's just constantly coming back to us humans, I think. Like, we're the cause, but then again, you can't help climate change. What is my opinion? Well, I think climate change is in fact happening due to the type of weather I experience here in North Carolina every year. I experience weather from like it being really cold in January, the summertime could start out really cold and then finally get hot. And here we are in November and we just cannot figure out what weather we want. It could be cold one day, then it feels nice where you could wear shorts. It's just back and forth in North Carolina. So I believe that climate change is a fact because I feel it is actually happening day to day. When I walk outside, I feel a difference in temperature. But the other thing is it's not for a long period of time until it hits a certain time of the year. And then it will finally make up its mind to where, hey, let's stay hot for a few months. And that is when I think that the climate change is actually happening. But as scientists say, it is not yet said that is it a fact or a fiction. We just know it is being caused by certain things in the world and that it is, in fact, happening, but like it's not always happening.